Hi, lovely souls. I'm mostly in the moment, and I'm glad you're here with me. Today, I'm going to be doing a weekly twin flame reading. How the feminine is doing, how the masculine is doing, how they view each other, the union, and union energies. I already shuffled, but I'm going to lay out the cards. It's going to take about 5 to 7 minutes if you want to skip ahead. Wow. Okay, so in general, there's a lot of energy. A lot of energy, especially on the divine feminine side. Just funny because for the last couple of weeks, it's been the divine masculine that had a lot of energy, and the feminine had been super positive, like very positive for the last few weeks regarding herself, the divine masculine, and the union. They've been so positive that they've been influencing the masculine to come towards union faster. Okay. Okay. So for the last couple of weeks, we had the feminine doing super well, doing great, making moves in the real world, taking action towards her soul mission. And these actions have been anything to help anyone else. They're so overflowing with positive energy, with confidence, with strength, with their cup overflowing, that they were able to help the people around them. And that is part of your soul mission, to help people in any way you can, you know, a conversation, actually physically, you know, helping them with the groceries, whatever it is, saying hi to your neighbor, just smiling, just exuding that positivity outwards. And that had the divine masculine running towards the union. Now, this past weekend, something happened. Something happened. The divine feminine was so super positive, so secure in the union. The masculine was running towards it. Something happened. The feminine did something towards the divine masculine in the union. Some action was taken in the physical realm, in the 3D. The divine feminine might have offered the divine masculine a little bit of something. Something to let him know that she's thinking about him, thinking about their soul mission, that she's starting on this new life path, and she's hoping that the masculine will catch up and say something and receive whatever was given by the feminine to the masculine well. This is kind of weird because we have the masculine here that was prepared to give something to the feminine, and then the feminine is the one who took action. It's like she was making such promising and grand, beautiful moves towards her soul mission and, you know, her highest timeline. She's definitely making moves to what she knows is her destiny, that she might have felt powerful or powerless enough to just reach out to the masculine. I feel like the Divine Feminine has been doing so well for the past couple of weeks, and felt that the masculine knows this and is around the corner trying to figure things out, making choices. The Divine Masculine was making choices and having a hard time trying to find out how to approach the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine is like, all right, I'm kind of fed up. I just need to know, because I need to move on. I need to know what to do next. And just reached out to the masculine. Either energetically or with her actions in her own life regarding her soul mission. Like, hey, I'm not going to wait around for him to see if he wants to jump in at a certain time. Like, I'm not going to wait around to see if he's going to help me with this part of my soul mission or this part of my project or, you know, this part of building my home. I have to let him know that I'm thinking about him and I'm thinking about this part of my path next, and then I'm going to let it go because I did my part. I offered him that bit of information in a nice way, in a heartfelt way, and you know, Divine Masculine was feeling the same way. Like, he's overflowing with love for the feminine, and he wants to offer it to her, but he's kind of, even though he feels a little bit of victory, like he's still fighting within himself. He's still fighting with whatever challenges he's been trying to fight. He's still there. He's still trying to fight in his head how to approach the feminine, and now it's even more so. Like, I gotta do this soon. I gotta figure out what I'm doing here. Because he also has hope. He's also ready for this new beginning. And he received whatever the feminine says, even if he's not responding back or saying much or look like he's taking action. Behind the scenes, he's so happy and grateful for the feminine and overflowing with love for her, and just still up in his head, not knowing what to do or trying to figure out what moves to make in regards to himself, his past perspective life, and the romance part of it. Kind of like when you're asking out your crush or decide to go talk to them for the first time, it's just like, what do I say? How do I say it? What should I bring up? How should I go about it? So that was this weekend, which is a huge turn of events because the feminine had been doing her own thing, knowing that the masculine was thinking about her, making moves in the real world, while the masculine was just kind of there figuring out what to do, what choices to make, deciding he's going to do this, but not knowing how. Now today's current energies for Monday, the feminine is feeling all sorts of stuff. The feminine has so much energy going on this week. It used to be just so super positive, like just the sun and the queens and pentacles and cups, and now there's a little bit of turmoil on the feminine side. like they have so many choices to make, or they've made so many choices recently that they're kind of stuck in their head about, did I make the right choice? You know, what am I going to do about this thing? And it's like all these kinds of thoughts times 100, just all up in your head. What do I do about this? What am I going to do about that? Did I do the right thing in doing this? Just about everything, you know? Feel like you might have made the wrong choice here or there, or that you might make a wrong choice here or there. But listen, you are where you need to be. Because something changed with the way you view the masculine and the union. You came to some sort of truth, or you spoke your truth, or you figured something out. Something happened immediately. Circumstances changed, or you feel like they did. It got you kind of worried. You were trying to figure out if you made the right choice or not. If you have the right choices in front of you. Either way, you wanted something to change. You know? Is this going to change for the better, or do I go on and do some other things, you know? Either way, I can't just keep thinking about what's going to happen here. Something had to change, and I made that change with my truth. Because I was at a good place, doing perfectly fine. And it could have been the divine masculine in you that decided to take that action towards the twin. I feel like the action that was taken, the truth that was told, the choice that was made, brings you that much closer to the union. Yeah. There's some sort of, it brought some sort of upset to the union. The divine feminine was feeling super positive the last few weeks, and then all of a sudden this weekend something happened that kinda has the feminine trying to figure out how to balance herself again, you know, get back on the horse to how she's been feeling. I'll pull up clarifier here. Yeah. So whatever the Divine Feminine had done here, feel confident in it, okay? No regrets. Use it to your strength. Because you look very courageous, very strong and passionate, and like you know what you're doing. You do know what you're doing. You know, you weren't too much. But it's caused a little bit of overthinking for both of you and how to approach the union now. But the Divine Masculine's fine. He's feeling on top of the world. He's feeling so great, so balanced. Like, yeah, I definitely am the Divine Masculine. It's great that he can feel that he knows he's part of this twin flame journey, that he is a twin flame. Powerful and confident. And that he does want to approach this union, but with more structure. When he knows it's time, he's going to rush in. When he knows it's time, he's going to rush in. And the feminine knows that. The feminine knows that when it's divine timing, he's going to decide to come in, or he's going to come in. He's just going to appear. It's all divinely guided. And the Divine Masculine knows this, that they're going to come into the union, that this is going to happen, that he's going to be able to tell the feminine why he's been so in his own head, what he's been dealing with, his truth, that he's been wanting to tell the feminine. Has been kind of hiding himself. And keeping it to himself. He's been keeping it to himself. He's been thinking about it a lot, though. He's been thinking about this so much. I'll clarify for this. For today's energy. Yeah. He's just thinking about it so much and kind of going in to figure it out. Both the masculine and feminine are mirroring each other in overthinking about whatever happened this weekend or recently, about how they're going to approach this union. It's kind of unclear now. Both the masculine and feminine feel good about where they are in terms of what actions they took towards each other, whether actions or lack of actions. Whatever they did, whatever they said, whatever happened, they feel good in their own parts. You know, they're just really confused about the other person or how to go about approaching the other person. And what we have coming up for the next few days, middle of the week, we have the Divine Feminine getting back to where she was, you know, adapting to whatever changes happened, mentally, physically, emotionally, balancing herself out again, getting back to her super positive self and sharing with others her super positive self, you know, feeling like she can give again, share some of her positivity, you know, which will help her balance out. Sharing with others. You know, you could approach maybe a really close friend or family member, someone that you trust and want to tell about what happened here, to kind of help vent and let it go. Or it can be simple as, you know, helping someone cook a meal, just saying hi to someone at the grocery store, smiling at that kid that keeps staring at you, and they smile back. Not creepily, hopefully. But yeah, the Divine Feminine is going to balance herself out, is going to get back to the super positive self she was, you know, because Divine Feminine have been doing awesome. They've been making moves, and this week is a pretty good week for the Divine Feminine, I would say. She knows whatever happened, it's helped the Divine Masculine move forward, even if it's not right now that you feel that way. Although I did get a channeled message this morning that the Divine Masculine was thankful for showing support, for being the rock, holding things down while the Divine Masculine figured things out. And it made me think, like, oh, you know, even though we're making moves and, you know, trying to go towards this awesome new path we found for ourselves, making space, holding space for the Divine Masculine, and then maybe having a little bit of a what's going on with you, Divine Masculine moment. He's thankful that you show support and love and holding things down while he figures things out. And apparently, like, it's not just, it took one thing off the plate to worry about the feminine. If the feminine still feels that way about him, if she's seeing someone else or not, or still wants to work on this soul mission together, like, he feels better about it. Not better that he couldn't express that to her, but it encouraged him to move towards the feminine faster, knowing that she's his rock. And the divine feminine feels this, that he's coming in, he's being shown the way, divinely shown the way for this union. You know, he's going to make that difficult decision, whatever it was in his life now, whatever was holding him back. Whether it's his friends or his work or his financial situation or his family or whatever his past perspective life was holding him back. I don't think it's his friends. I think he's worked out his family deal. I think it's about his career, his finance, his security. Something about that. Either he's comfortable where he's at and this is a huge move to go back to square one, or to financially support himself or him and the feminine while starting this new project, or feeling like he's okay, secure enough to bring his best self into this union, because he wants to come correct. The feminine wants to come correct also. So, you know, you guys both worked on yourselves a lot to come correct to the union. And whatever he needed to work on or to get past or make decision regarding this union, but not about the feminine, he does. It's behind the scenes. He's kind of, let me clarify this. He's excited about this. Both of you are excited about this new start. You're so close on starting it. There's something behind the scene. The masculine. Yeah. All right. Okay. So behind the scenes, the masculine is crazy overthinking about everything. And he's super happy. He's super happy, excited, and still in the state of so much love for the feminine that he's celebrating. Inside, he's secretly so super excited and celebrating. In his head, he's thinking about all the cool ways that he can approach the feminine. Like, he's thinking about all his, like, perfect ways that he can approach the feminine in this union, because he feels completely fulfilled. He knows this is the direction, and just overwhelmingly knows that this is the new beginning, and it's here, that it's happening. It happens very suddenly, and it kind of takes him aback. He kind of takes a step back when whatever has happened this weekend happens, because he knows he's almost there, that this union is around the corner, that he's been working so hard for it, the feminine has been working so hard for it, that it's almost there, and he's literally walking away from all these other things that no longer serves him. He makes a decision because of whatever happened this weekend, because he's been working so hard and knows this is literally around the corner. He makes that difficult decision to walk away from whatever was no longer serving him, whatever was holding him back, because he knows that what he's walking towards is his destiny. It's been divinely guided. It's here now. And he just has to adapt to whatever changes, whatever he decides is holding him back, wherever he lets go. He adapts. He makes those changes. He does whatever he thought he needed to do before this union. And he... Took me a while to snap that finger. Took him a while to make those decisions. And he comes forward. He comes rushing in. This happens instantly, as soon as he makes this decision. And whatever happened this weekend, it fueled him. He took a step back for a second, but then it fueled him. It made him super happy, that's for sure. Behind the scenes, he's doing what he's been doing for a few weeks, which is figuring out how to approach this, how to move forward, how to let go of whatever he's holding on to, make the decisions, and come in to this union. All right. It's interesting because I did get a channel message this morning regarding the masculine, and I got a audible channel message and then a visual, gift, a trinket. And I was just kind of curious to see if you guys been getting channel messages. I know you probably have been ever since you've met your twin flame and been on this twin flame journey. But I feel like the closer we get to this union, and now that there's so many energies around, the last couple of weeks there have been a lot of strong energies coming through, and now there's a lot of get work done energies coming through, and a lot of nice Aquarius energies that are going to come through this week. So yeah, I'm kind of interested to know if you've been getting a lot of channel messages recently, or been asking for signs. But besides that, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit the like button below. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, I wish you a lot of love and light.